Hello, everyone, and welcome to the GameCola podcast. This is podcast number 60. We've been around, what is this, our silver anniversary, or no? What is this? Does anybody know?
5 years. If we podcast monthly, it's 5 years.
Oh. I don't know, I was just talking about 60. It's our 60th podcast anniversary monthly. Or, well, I guess not really monthly, because the earlier ones were, like, whenever we felt like it. So either, like, 3 times in a month, or, like, not once for, like, 6 months.
I'm sure it was around an average of a month.
What is the 60th anniversary? Diamond Jubilee.
No, that's 50th.
Is it? Hold on.
See, there used to be official rules for those things, but then they got rid of them because we don't like rules.
Well, see, okay, here. Diamond Jubilee is a celebration held to mark the 75th anniversary, but only the 60th anniversary in the case of a monarch.
Ah! I was thinking wedding anniversary.
Hold on. Oh, whatever. Anyway,
We're off to a great start on our video game podcast.
Clearly we've been podcasting for so long, we've run out of important things to talk about.
Yes. No, here with me today are Diana Gray, Joseph Martin, and Michael Gray. Everyone introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Diana. This is awesome.
I'm Joseph Martin. I write articles on GameCola sometimes, and I participate in a lot of podcasts as well.
I'm Michael Gray. I write Fabricated News and Inside the Guide.
Okay, so those are the people who showed up today. This time we have more than just Michael and I. Yay, thank you, Joe.
I'm important.
Yay, people don't want just me.
Actually, we didn't get any... I'm looking over our potential topics and such, and we didn't get any fan mail this time.
Because everybody hates it when it's just me, and they're trying to convince me never to show up again.
No,
Fine, I'll go in the corner and cry.
yes. I think it also may have to do with the fact that, we brought half of our fans onto the staff. And then the other half of the fans who didn't make it onto the staff got mad at us and don't come around anymore.
And now they're just posting mean comments on my blog.
We could always go with the tried and true, what video games are you playing right now?
Oh, I loved it when I brought up that topic. Jetty, why don't we have that as a topic anymore?
We could for our 60th anniversary.
Ooh.
Yeah, what video games are you guys playing, you guys?
Joseph, you first, because you came up with the topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, I'm attempting once again to, beat Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones, which was a 3DS Ambassador game. It was originally a Game Boy game. And it's hard, and I don't like it when my characters die.
Wait.
So I restart.
Isn't that the easier one of the 2 Fire Emblem Game Boy Advance games?
It could be. Maybe.
That's the one with
I'm
optional...
playing on hard mode.
Oh, you're playing on hard mode. Okay. No, I'm just saying because I liked the Fire Emblem series before it was released into English.
I'm just saying for people who might not know that Fire Emblem, when units die in battle, they die
when
forever.
they die in the game, they die
really
in
bad.
real life.
Except for the part where you quick save and then erase that quick save and start the level over.
Yes.
That's exactly how I do it. And Jetty, were you making a reference to something?
I don't know if it's a specific reference to something. I think it's a quote that I've heard from various places. I can't remember where I heard it first.
I think it's just...
It's
just like
Ralph,
the generic,
Jetty.
You're in a video game, you have to beat the game to get out.
When you die in
that makes
Canada,
sense.
you die in real life. Where did that one come from? Hold on. When you die in the game, you die in real life. Let's see if I could spell.
Jetty, it's Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph, come on now.
It sounds more like a trope than a quotation. It's not Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is if you die in someone else's game, you die for real. But if you die in your own game, you're fine.
This line is definitely from way earlier than...
It is?
Yeah.
I've never heard that anywhere outside of Wreck-It Ralph.
But Wreck-It Ralph, you are dying in video game, and the video game is real life, so...
Yeah.
That's like saying if you die in real life, then you die in real life. Because that is their life.
Did anybody actually die outside of their game besides, like, the villain of that movie?
I don't think
how did
so.
I mean, who died in order for them to know the veracity of that statement?
I'm sure it happened at some point.
That's a good point.
My question always was, what happens to, like, the video game characters if they die in their own game, but they weren't supposed to die in their game in the first place?
Like, I just had a thought that, like, everything that happens in that game is like in a universe within that arcade. So like, there are other arcades that have their own stories going on in them.
Assumedly. Unless this is a Magic arcade.
No, what if the arcade got 2 copies of, Super
same
Mario
game?
Brothers?
Yeah.
Would there be like 2 Marios?
Man.
Or what if it just had Super Mario Brothers like the original? Would like Midget Mario be different from normal Mario and then Fireball Mario? Would there be like 3 Marios running around?
No, I'm pretty sure it would be the same one, just with different power-ups.
Okay.
So apparently that's what game I'm playing. Wreck-It Ralph. I'm playing Wreck-It Ralph.
Good job. That's a good game.
I'm not playing it. There is actually a game.
Like the legit game.
It's apparently not very good.
It's sad.
Fix-It Felix is actually kind of fun though. If you like look up the Flash game somewhere, like they made a Flash game that's supposed to be like the Fix-It Felix game. And it's actually pretty fun.
So yeah, Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones. I'm told it's based off the Fire Emblem game I really like, and that's why I asked if it was the easy one. Because everybody hates the game I like
I haven't
because
played
it's
the
too
other
easy.
This is the one with the 5 stones, and the cool thing about it is like it gives you like 2 people, like sort of, because you're in control of like military groups. So like throughout the beginning, when it's still kind of teaching you, you switch between like these 2, and they each sort of individually gain units. And then like I don't know, I haven't beaten it yet, so I don't know if this is halfway, if this is a quarter of the way or anything. But you get to like pick an army, like a leader, and then go through with those units. It's interesting.
Okay, I'm looking up on the...
So it's sort of replayability because you can go on 2 different storylines with the 2 different leaders.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was asking.
Oh, I've also been playing Terraria in preparation for the group playthrough that we're hoping to do.
Very exciting. What is it? Apparently it's like Minecraft but 2D or something?
Yeah, kinda.
And that's all that I've heard about it.
I mean, it's not like just Minecraft and 2D. It's not actually Minecraft and 2D. If you really knew the game, you would know that it's on a whole different level than your childlike Minecraft.
So what is it about?
It's got sort of the same ideas, and I mean, it is a mining game.
Yeah.
But I guess you could say there's a more of a linear progression through it. Like, there's things that you're supposed to do.
Okay.
And there's a lot more sort of end game stuff that like, it's like in Minecraft, like when you get to the end game, it's not really that much different than the beginning. Unless you're like playing with mods or something.
Yeah.
But in this, like, there's a constant progression, and I guess there's a lot more to it, but I guess in the same sense there's a lot less freedom, which, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because the game's designed around it.
Yeah. I don't know, I've never actually played Minecraft myself, or rather, I played it in some sort of like really early alpha stage. I was like, this game looks dumb. This will never take off.
I think it was back then. There wasn't really a whole lot you could do with it. I think there were just sheep or something. I don't know. I didn't start playing until it was like almost all the way through beta.
Well, like, when people started talking about, like, I need to eat food or there are creepers or whatever, I was like, what game are you talking about? Like, this doesn't sound like the game that I played.
Mm-hmm. Well, it used to be like food instantly refilled your health, and now it's like, oh, you have a hunger bar, and if your hunger bar is at a certain point, then you'll regain health naturally.
Yeah.
But if it isn't, then you won't regain health. And also, if it goes too low, then you can't run anymore. They put running in it. That helped a lot.
Interesting.
Because you could, like, not move really slowly everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've seen people create some pretty neat stuff, but I guess I don't really know what the game is about or whatever. So.
In some ways, it kinda isn't about. I mean, there is, like, an end. Actually, fairly literally, the last part of the game with the final boss is called The End.
Okay.
And it's a place. But you don't really have to do that. You can really just do whatever.
When you say that, I'm reminded of when I used to play Daggerfall, like the second game in the Elder Scrolls series. You're supposed to, like, very quickly, in like the first hour of the game or whatever, do a bunch of these quests that are like story quests that are timed, and I just never did them. I would just play the game, And the game would let you play it. Like, you didn't have to do the story at all. You just run around and kill things. So,
people will make cool things, but it's like, why would you do it in this instead of, just drawing a picture or something?
Yeah.
Or making a 3D model. I guess it's just sort of that, limiting thing, limiting yourself to a certain thing makes it better.
Yeah.
Like how pixel art sort of has its own charm.
Yeah. No, I can understand it. It's a different medium. Why do some people choose to do clay or whatever instead of something else?
Animation is hard.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, I've never played Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stone. I mean, I played the first level, but then I wanted to go back and play Fire Emblem Game Boy Advance, just in case that was the two were related. Are they?
I think so. I mean, you talking about the 3DS one?
No, I'm talking about the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem games.
Yeah, one of the 3DS one is an advanced game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very advanced game.
A Game Boy Advance game.
You'll love this. This is the description of the first Fire Emblem game released in the United States. It's a prequel to another game in the series.
It's a prequel to the first game, or to the only game that's released.
That is so weird. It's a prequel to Fuen no Tsushigi. I don't know which one that is. It's a prequel to the Game Boy Advance game, which came right before it. So wait, they made a game for the Game Boy Advance, then they made the prequel for it, and Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones has no relation to any other game in the series, and it's the only game to be that way. Okay.
So was Joe did his game that he did? So Michael, I guess, what games have you been playing?
I have 2 games on the games I should be playing list. I've got Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS. Because I love Fire Emblem. Apparently this is the Fire Emblem cast. And I've also got the Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate. This game has 2 subtitles. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Does it think it's made by Square Enix or something?
It's made by Konami?
Oh, Konami. I think I've heard of them.
They had some sort of code.
I think it's Konami.
Oh, Kunami,
no.
like
Toonami
tsunami.
was no. That was Cartoon Network. They aired the Dragon Ball Z series and they called it Toonami.
It was Toonami.
Yeah, that's something different.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Anyway, I have both of those games for the 3DS because that's the only system I have, and they both came in the mail, and I have not played them yet because I'm busy recording the 10-10-10 on the 3DS for the Nintendo. I mean, the GameCola YouTube. So that game has 9. It has about 20 pathways, but 9 pathways which count as real pathways rather than just bad endings.
Yeah.
So I've done pathway number 1, and it took 4 hours and 42 minutes. So it's probably going to take forever for me to finish the other 8 pathways, and I haven't started because it's going to take forever.
You think I would play that game?
You don't want to play a 20-hour game?
No, I do want to. I just don't have it.
Oh, well, you can watch it on the GameCola YouTube channel, with or without commentary.
How fancy.
Whoa.
So it's like a DVD
Because people
release.
kept complaining that we were talking over the game, and this one actually has voice acting, so that complaint is now legitimate.
Yeah.
So, is it Diana's turn?
Oh, it's my turn? What games I've been playing?
Yeah.
I just finished Master Quest for the 3DS for Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That was fun. I was really proud of myself for beating that. And
It's
I was
nicely done.
disappointed when that game came out, but
that's actually about
Right.
it. I pre-ordered Animal Crossing for the 3DS when that comes out this summer. So I'm kind of excited for that too.
There are a lot of games coming out for the 3DS
Yeah,
right
I
now.
pre-ordered Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion. Hopefully I'm gonna get that too.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
That's about it,
Luigi's
actually.
Mansion.
3DS with its lackluster library is actually getting a lot of titles.
Yeah, I know.
So why is Luigi getting another mansion? What's the story behind this game?
I don't
Because,
know. That's why I wanted to
he
buy
really
it.
hated the first mansion, so why is he getting another one?
He won a sweepstakes that he didn't enter.
Yeah, that's how he won the first one, but I'm questioning the second one.
I think it'd be funny if he actually won it in a sweepstakes he entered.
Yes. Who gives away mansions in a sweepstakes?
Very rich people
Apparently.
that don't want
Maids.
mansions.
Maids.
Thieves.
Maids. Because it's a sweepstake.
I was gonna go for a supermarket sweep joke, but that was much better. Oh, apparently the story with Luigi's Mansion 2 is that the professor from the first game just calls up Luigi and says, "Hey, I've done more research, there are more ghosts, you need to come here."
Oh, well there you go.
Does Professor Gadd know that, Luigi has a much smarter and handsomer and more efficient older brother?
I don't know. Daisy seemed to like him just fine.
Oh goodness.
We don't speak of the dark times.
Which one's the older brother again, Mario or Luigi? I always thought Luigi because he's taller, but I could be
think
wrong.
Mario's older.
Yeah.
Mario
I'm
older?
pretty sure Mario's supposed to be older.
Yeah.
I think they talked about it a
Because
lot
he's
in the
cooler?
Mario and Luigi's Partners in Time, but it's been so long since I played that, I forget. When they introduced time travel into the Mario universe, things got weird.
That was just that one game, though.
No, but there's been time travel in other Mario games.
Yeah, Mario is missing in Mario's Time Machine.
Yoshi's Island DS, that had time travel in it. The DS version of Yoshi's Island. And the going back and forth between when they were babies and stuff like just games with that. Like in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, there's a plan, they kind of created like this apparent plot hole, quotation marks, because Professor Egad is studying at a volcano in that game, like in the past. But then in Luigi's Mansion it says he's like been there his whole life.
Oh, different Professor Egad.
Duh.
I would just say that, one day he decided, I'm gonna take a break from looking at ghosts and I'm just gonna go to a volcano for a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's vacation.
Yeah, but I mean, why would he say he's lived in the mansion his whole life? Why didn't he say, I lived in the mansion my whole life and I took a break in a volcano? He needs to be more specific.
But say you've always lived in the same house, but went to visit, I don't know, Florida for a month, but you were just vacationing there. You wouldn't say that you'd still say that you lived in that one place your whole life.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, this is the past, right? So wouldn't he have, remembered Luigi from that previous timeline? Oh my gosh,
No.
You're right. This time travel makes no sense.
It's Nintendo logic.
No, because he's old. Old people don't remember
when
things.
did he meet Luigi for the first time?
Old people only remember things when it's convenient for the plot.
So true.
Okay. I would make some, mean reference to, whatever you call it, Doctor Who, but I don't know enough about it. But every Doctor Who story I've read comes out that way. He apparently is horrible at time travel and doesn't understand how it works. So every time he meets somebody, it's like, wait, I've already met you. Oh, wait, I'm going to meet you in the future. Ooh.
I think that sounds like he just likes to say it. Like, oh, I forgot. I can time
He just
travel.
likes to brag about the fact that he's a time traveler.
Whoops, it slipped my mind that I can time travel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not like it's his main character trait or anything. Okay, so speaking of this, how do the Mario Party games fit into the Mario Party universe?
Do they?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just looking at the Mario wiki, and they have, Professor Egad and all these Mario Party games. Mm-hmm.
Well, those supposedly took place after Luigi's Mansion, I guess. They're the ones where Egad is in. And Luigi fixed the mansion so he didn't need to live there anymore.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I'm just saying, I've seen a couple of humorous images on the internet where it's like Mario is such a good guy, Bowser kidnaps the princess every year, but Mario still invites him over every year to have a giant party and go-karting. Mario's just a really, really nice guy. Or maybe that explains how Bowser is able to kidnap the princess so easily.
So, video games that I've been playing.
I haven't think you did.
Yes, actually, I have been playing a game recently, or I was up until about a day ago. I had always been a fan of Ragnarok Online for some reason, the MMO from back in the day, and apparently my friends found out that they were making Ragnarok 2, which is hilarious because they already made a Ragnarok 2, and it was terrible and had nothing to do with the original game. this Ragnarok 2, which apparently is supposed to hide that other Ragnarok 2 that apparently they don't want to admit ever happened.
Yeah, that's what they did with the Christmas Story 2.
Really? They had one.
Yes, honestly, the one which was released last year, Christmas Story 2. Now we pretend that the other sequel didn't happen.
I was gonna say, I heard about they were going to make a Christmas Story 2, and I was like, didn't they already have one?
Yes, but this one replaces that bad one, which never happened. Continue.
Okay, yeah, so like, there's this new Ragnarok Online 2, and we decided to go play it, and I don't know, I played it for about a week, and then we all decided to give up because it's just, they tried to take what was unique about Ragnarok and make it more like every single other Korean MMO that's out there. And the only thing basically that's the same about this Ragnarok 2 is like some of the character names and stuff, like the names of towns, that kind of thing, and nothing else really has anything to do with the original game, and it's disappointing and boring, and I don't know, I wasn't very impressed. So.
Poor Jetty, he hasn't been playing fun games, like Super Mario time traveling problems.
3.
Yeah, but now I'm starting to wonder, but I mean, if baby Mario was killed, would that mean adult Mario automatically dies?
And how does Mario in Time work into this?
I think that's what we were talking about.
I don't know, Mario canon is not my forte.
No, I'm talking about the educational...
I assume that means you are thinking about Mega Man. Canon is your forte. Your forte. Does anyone else get that? Or is it just...
I get it. Cause
I get it. I get it.
There's a character named Forte.
Yep.
In some translations, Base's like Japanese name is Forte. I think. Yes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Mario's Time Machine.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes,
Super Nintendo.
And apparently also DOS. And I think there was an NES version that was released at the same time.
There was.
SNES.
Well, no. That they also made like a duplicate of the game that was just terrible. Like they made I mean, being that it's an educational game, it was released on every platform.
Mm.
Mario Returns the Declaration of Independence. Why have I not played this game?
You haven't?
What?
You haven't played it?
I don't have a Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, but it also came out on DOS.
Oh, well, then I guess I should play it. So Bowser builds a time machine called the Timemulator.
Yes.
Wow. That's really clever, actually. So Bowser can build his own time machine? Why has he not done this in any of the other games?
Yeah.
He has. Yoshi's Island DS.
Oh, you're right.
He goes back in time.
Well, why doesn't he just go... Well, this is my question. Go back in time and kill baby Mario, and then...
He tried. In Yoshi's Island DS.
Yeah,
and
then
he failed.
And that's where the Terminator came in, but then they have to go further back in time to kill him before that. Wait,
Oh.
Isn't that how...
Wait. The Timemulator takes place in Menlo Park in 2001?
What?
Why wouldn't
If
it?
a user enters a portal too soon or has set a destination not within the game's story, like Menlo Park 2001 AD, the user is dumped back into 1993, the present.
There's also some sort of weird, like, surfing game that... I don't know.
I lived in Menlo Park for a few years. I'm just surprised that Menlo Park was mentioned in a Mario game.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has to take the light bulb to Menlo Park to complete that.
It's the lame Menlo Park on the East Coast. Well, forget that Menlo Park.
Oh.
Yeah.
Forget your lame West Coast fake Menlo Park where nothing ever happened.
Hey.
Oh, ouch. Come on,
Hey.
Shirley Temple lives in Menlo Park.
Yeah.
She's alive?
West Coast Menlo Park. Yeah, she's still alive.
Yeah.
How should I know?
God.
Didn't you see her when you were going, like, trick-or-treating at Menlo Park? I totally did. Actually, wait a minute. She lives sort of north... Yeah, Atherton, which is 2 streets over from where I lived in Menlo Park.
Close enough.
That's close enough. It's the same neighborhood.
Yeah. Yet another region by the West Coast.
Ty Cobb
Better.
apparently lives there as well.
You guys.
Willie Mays? Dude, this is... Jerry Rice? Wow, this is where all the famous sports players live.
Huh.
And somebody from the Grateful Dead, but I never really heard that band.
So anyway, yes, how does Mario's time machine factor into time travel in the Mario series?
It doesn't, because Professor Egad's time machine is completely different from the Timulator.
Wait a minute. So, it's called Mario's Time Machine, but I thought Bowser made the time machine, so isn't it Bowser's time machine? Or does Mario have his own time machine in conjunction with Bowser's?
No, I think Bowser gave it to him.
Why?
Hold on. Oh, hold on.
Mario might have repossessed the time machine. I don't know.
The player character Mario takes control of the Timulator and returns the artifacts to their proper areas in time.
So I guess he stole it?
But see, that's the thing.
Because Mario wins, it's his time machine. Because he won, he lied to everybody about it, probably.
Yeah. See, the victor gets to write history.
Except for the part where he also wrote in the part where he stole it from Bowser.
Yeah, it's just like how Helen of Troy, yeah. It's saying like how Helen of Sparta, I mean, she's known as Helen of Troy because she was kidnapped and taken to Troy. But then they all got killed, so I don't know why they still name it after her. Poor Helen. But it's like that.
So has anyone else played any video games?
So wait a minute, why does Mario have to return Joan of Arc's shield? I mean, she gets killed anyway.
Obviously didn't do very much.
Well, she was burned at the stake.
Oh, her shield didn't protect her from that.
Yeah, it wasn't a flame-proof shield. She didn't quit, she was fired.
Whoa.
Boo.
Yeah, I don't like that joke either, but I keep using it whenever I can, because I can't think of any other Joan of Arc puns.
I knew a guy who claimed that he was a descendant of Joan of Arc. I don't know how that...
Sure she didn't have any
How would that work?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
Maybe he meant related to.
No, I don't know, like, I talked to him, and, I don't know, he was from China, and he said that he was a descendant of Joan of Arc. He was pretty serious about it, too.
Oh, well.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes, what a guy. So anyway, Mario. Super Mario.
Did anyone actually play Yoshi's Island DS?
No.
I played the SD one. But I didn't play the DS
which one is Yoshi Island's DS? Is that the one for the DS?
No.
No, it's
Okay,
one for the
then
SD,
I haven't played it.
Silly.
It's for the DS, that's why it's in the title.
Oh, well I played the previous Yoshi's Island, which was apparently a remake of another Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too later. Yoshi's Island was the second Game Boy game I ever played, which is weird because it's supposed to be an SNES game.
I beat it pretty early too. And I tried to play it again, but I couldn't remember how I did it.
It was an okay game. I got bored like halfway through. Yoshi's not too interesting.
It's like my favorite game ever.
Ouch.
Wow.
That's Michael.
Clearly we're talking about different games here.
What's weird about that game though is that they kept all of the gameplay the same, but...
Like previous entries in the Mario series, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island is a two-dimensional side-scrolling platform game. Okay, well the thing about Yoshi's Island DS is that it's supposed to be the same as the SNES game,
The thing about Yoshi's Island, the Game Boy Advance one, was that they kept everything like mostly the same. They added in a couple levels, but one of the strange things that they did is that they used the sound effects from Yoshi's Story, the N64 game.
That's weird.
Yeah, I'm told it's on purpose because they changed the sound effects for the original SNES game on purpose to make Baby Mario scream more annoying, so people would be more motivated to pick up Baby Mario as soon as possible.
That was really annoying.
I always felt really bad. I would like, if I was about to not get Baby Mario back, I would just throw myself off a cliff so that I wouldn't have to see the Kamek Toadies take him away.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, apparently that's something they did with the SNES game. They purposely changed the sound effects. After they completed the game, they went back and changed the sound effects to make Baby Mario more annoying.
Wow.
It
I
worked.
never found it that annoying.
I did. I don't know. That's probably just me, but...
I mean, I found it annoying enough that I wanted to stop it, but not like that it ruined the game for me.
Oh, no. It didn't ruin the game for me. It was just annoying.
I mean, I guess it was supposed to be, but... But they changed, like, you know, the jumping sound effects and the flutter jump sound effects.
Yeah, the hoppering hop.
That's all from Yoshi's Story. In the SNES version, they, like, have completely different sound effects. I don't think, like, there are Yoshi sounds.
Yeah, well, Yoshi has a new voice actor now, apparently.
Oh.
I'm just making that up.
I was gonna say, I don't think that he had a voice actor in the Super Nintendo version.
I wanted to play Yoshi's Story for the N64, but the person at the GameStop recommended against it because he said it was too easy. He said I'd beat the game within a day, so I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll pick that Zelda, whatever it is, then. I think he was just trying to make a sale. Yeah, that jerk. He wanted me to pay extra for the golden cartridge copy of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Well, I didn't know what Zelda was back then. That was my introduction to the series.
I don't recall what the first Zelda game I played was.
So, Jetty, because, Jetty, you're the oldest person on this podcast, what's up with this Super Mario TV show that all of us are too young to remember?
Oh, yeah, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
I watched, like, all of that on the internet.
Like, why? What about it?
Oh, I never watched it on... Oh, you can watch it on the internet. Okay.
Or
so
you
it's
could,
like a
I don't know,
TV
they might have
show?
taken it down.
Yeah, and it had
Yes.
live actors and also cartoon segments.
I skipped the live parts most of the time.
Those are the best parts.
Well, it was back when I was younger and I didn't have, like, appreciation for things that were hilariously bad.
Yeah. No, I like...
Also that weren't cartoons.
So was there more than one Super Mario Super Show?
I don't think so.
There was, like, they made, like, a thing where it was, like, they called it something different and they, like, threw in more stuff about Mario 3 in it, but it was the same show.
Oh.
They called it something different.
Yeah.
Kinda like
Mario,
the different...
that's what it's saying.
Hmm?
Yeah, it was like the same characters, the same style of animation, I'm pretty sure the same people. They just called it something different.
Yeah.
Like with the Pokemon TV show, and it's like, 13 years? How long has that show been going on?
A while.
I've never seen that either, so I don't know.
Pokemon TV show's been around for a long time.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show, yes. I used to watch it.
With a Mario Brothers implements a game.
No, do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side, come on, it's time to go, do the Mario, take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario, all together now. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do, you got it, do-do-do-do-do, it's the Mario, do-do-do-do-do-do, do the Mario.
Oh my god.
Like, that was the song.
They skipped like half of the song. Like, there's more to the Mario song.
Well, also, if you notice, like, I didn't realize it until I was, like, in my teens and I was thinking about the song, and all he's saying, like, all that the, quote, Mario is Mario walking. Like, swing your arms from side to side, come on, it's time to go do the Mario, take one step and then again, let's do the Mario all together now. Like, all he's talking about is walking. Like, that's, quote, the Mario. Just...
Those are his dance moves. They just happen to be very similar to walking.
Apparently. Except that, like, when I was a child, I remember interpreting, swing your arms from side to side as, like, literally from left to right, not as, like, at my side, like, when you're walking.
Oh, so you're throwing your arms up in the air and waving them around like you didn't particularly care?
No, I was waving them, like, out to my sides, like, straight out to the sides. From left to right.
What is that from, by the way?
What?
Throw your hands up in the air. I only know, like, the Backstreet Boys song where they do that, but I think they took it from something else.
I don't know, I think it's variously from different hip-hop and rap songs.
I think it's like a dancing thing. I don't know.
Like, I think
I'm not experienced in musical culture.
Yeah.
I was trained in Irish dance, and you don't use your hands for any of that. But, yeah, I'm looking up on the internet, and there are, like, 5 different hip-hop people who apparently use it.
Did anyone ever see/play the Mario DDR game?
No.
What?
Whoa, we've got to play this.
GameCola staff. Exists. I've seen gameplay footage, I think. I'm not sure if it actually exists.
For the Nintendo GameCube, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix.
That is amazing.
Is there... level in which you get to do the Mario.
I would hope so.
I'm Googling it.
I don't remember what he dances to. I saw like a video of like,
here are the songs. I've got a list of every single song. It looks like most of the songs are taken from Mario video games. Here we go. That's the first song.
Oh.
Is that the Mario? That's not Do the Mario, but it's close enough. It goes do 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 do. Wait, no.
No?
That's the second game.
No, that is the first game.
That was the first game.
Yeah, and that's the one that I was just singing.
Yeah.
Do the Mario.
Okay, so that is the first song in Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix.
Yes.
Then what's the second one?
Yes, that
Oh, sorry. I really like that song. It's so much better than the real Mario theme song.
You guys.
Now Mario fans are going to hate on me for saying that, but I really like the music in the second Mario game. The first one, not so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna see the Dance Dance Revolution Mario mix and see if that's actually the song they use.
Yeah, I'm looking at a list on Wikipedia. It's probably not completely reliable, but...
I have a video of somebody playing it. Do 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 do. Dang, Mario's throwing up his hands in the air and he is waving them around.
Does he look like he cares at all?
I'm not sure. I mean, he looks pretty intense. I think he cares.
Yeah, oh. That doesn't count.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Oh, I think we dropped...
But it looks like he's doing the Mario. He is stepping forward and backwards, but he's staying in place.
Okay,
there's a song from Donkey Kong on the Mario Dance Dance Revolution.
Well, Mario was in the original Donkey Kong.
Good point. Probably it. Never mind. Oh yeah, never mind. It's that song. Okay, just kidding. Didn't read the song name. I was just scrolling down and saw Donkey Kong, and then I stopped.
Yeah.
I don't think... Donkey Kong was big on, like, the SNES, but I never played that game, so I don't really know what Donkey Kong has done recently.
Yeah, well, there's the Donkey Kong Country games, which I actually never really played. Like, I remember seeing them, and I know they're very popular, but I never played them much myself.
Wow, Mario's a dancing fool in this game.
There's a plot. That's what makes me laugh. There's a plot to this game.
What is the plot of the game? Mario must dance in order to save Luigi?
The game opens with Waluigi stealing the 4 music keys who can grant wishes from Truffle Towers. However, when he tries to open the door to the room containing the music keys, 3 of them scatter across the Mushroom Kingdom, and the 4th one is kept by Waluigi. Blah, blah, blah. From a distance, Toad watches these events unfold and rushes to tell Mario or Luigi, depending on which character the player chooses, who then rushes off to retrieve the missing music keys. The keys are recovered by completing tasks for other characters who have found the scattered keys, and then defeating them in a dance challenge. Yes! These characters, Waluigi, blah blah blah, don't know. Hammer Bros, Blooper, Wario, I'd pay to see that. Then Toad and the player's character then return to the music keys to Truffle Towers. Soon after, Bowser steals the keys, but is followed by Toad and the player's chosen character. They enter Bowser's castle to recapture the music keys and are promptly challenged by Bowser.
So here's my question: is why is Mario taking on Luigi's villain?
I don't know. You get to pick.
But it's Luigi's villain is the bad guy no matter what. It's because Wario is one of the bosses.
Yeah.
Diana, I've got the video you want to see.
Uh-oh.
Oh, really?
This is Mario chasing after Wario, and then dance competition, I guess?
I think that's really funny.
I think I remember seeing commercials for this game, and then
I have never even heard of this.
Years later, questioning my memories, did that really happen?
Oh god.
I am totally loving the Mario and Wario dance-off, I'm sorry. Alright. Dude, I think Wario's got more moves than Mario.
Well...
Mario has a sweeter mustache, though.
Oh yeah, I remember now. They used, they just copied and pasted all of the models from Mario Party. It's literally the exact models for, Mario Party, 6 and 7, I think.
You know, I kind of do think that he is doing the Mario. As far as I can tell, he is swinging his arms from side to side, taking one step and then again. Yeah, he's totally doing the Mario. They're even doing it all together now.
Yes.
This game,
wow.
Really
I'm just
funny.
reminded of the Star Wars Kinect dance game. Did you guys see that when it was posted on GameCola.net, the video game website? Or are you guys too busy watching this dance video?
I don't know what website you're talking about.
I've seen it like everywhere. I think I've lost our train of video games thought.
Yes. Well, what was the topic in specific that you had in mind? Because I have like 4 or 5 written down.
Oh, because I have the 3DS games I was talking about earlier, Fire Emblem Awakening and Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate, in front of me. I'm just looking at the boxes, and this is a stupid topic, but just the box for Castlevania has everything in English, and then everything in Spanish, and then everything in French.
Okay.
Why?
Well, because they only then have to print one package for all of their areas. Yeah. Like they can sell it. They can sell it in America, Canada, and Mexico, like all off of one print instead of printing 3 separate boxes.
It's just this little piece of paper that you slip underneath the plastic.
Efficiency, Michael. Efficiency.
This game doesn't even have it doesn't have a manual.
No?
No.
I think games these days do still have manuals, just absolutely no one reads them.
No, there's no manual for the Castlevania game.
There isn't? No. Maybe they only do it in console games. But I remember being like the only person that I knew that would actually look at the manuals and game things.
Well, that's where all the character names are and all the information on how to play.
But now we have text that tells us what the video games are about instead of us having to think of it ourselves.
You mean there's story in the game now?
What?
Dude, no way.
I know.
Well, has anybody played, the answer to this is no, but Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors for the Game Boy Advance?
Nope.
Not had the pleasure.
The manual for that was actually, on the other side of the manual, you could unfold it and you'd have a Dragon Ball Z poster.
Oh.
So you wanted to buy the game because it was a poster/manual. One side is the poster and the other side's the manual for the game.
I just bought Dragon Ball Z for the poster.
It was an okay game. No, it was a really good game. It was, I liked it for story mode, believe it or not, because they went into a bunch of what-if stories. So basically it's like, okay, what if Gohan was the main character of the series? What would happen then?
I think they tried to do that and then everybody got mad when Goku died.
Yeah, but he died like 6 times and came
I
back.
think that part of the reason is that they tried to kill him off 6 times and everybody still kept getting mad. So they had to bring him back because of fan demand.
I think the problem was when they killed him, they killed Goku off and then they jumped ahead 7 years in time to make Gohan the main character because now he's an adult and he can be the main character. But then they completely changed his personality.
People change after 7 years.
Oh, Michael.
I know, but they wanted to have cool Gohan be in charge.
Especially children. He went through puberty.
I'm just saying, he did not change to the point where he could handle the main character status. He had to have Daddy come back and take it away from him.
Puberty changes a man. Quite literally.
Yeah. But with Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors, they had that scenario for everybody. So it's like, what if Krillin was the main character? Or what if Piccolo was the main character? What if Frieza somehow became good and he is now the main character?
What?
They did it for literally every character in their lineup.
I'm beginning to notice a pattern.
Yeah, so it's basically I don't know how many characters they had in the game, maybe like 12, so they had a scenario for each character being the main character of the series, including the villains.
Wow.
And then some of them were a real stretch, because like a villain who only shows up, like Captain Ginyu, who only shows up for like 20 episodes and gets killed.
And in Dragon Ball Z time, that's actually like 3 minutes.
Wait, what about, what was the name of that little guy? Yamcha's friend.
No, you're thinking of Tien's friend, Chaozu.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that one.
It's a Chaozu.
Yeah, Vegeta, it's a Chaozu.
He did.
No, we have Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Vegeta, Trunks in the future, Captain Ginyu, Frieza, Android 18, Dr. Gero, Cell, Majin Buu, and Gotenks.
I don't care about any of those characters.
What? No, you love all those characters.
Do I?
I don't know.
I actually didn't really listen to the list.
Oh, well, Tien appears,
I
but...
hope you liked some of them, because that was basically, like, the main cast.
I didn't really watch Dragon Ball Z, so...
I only watched the spin-off episodes. Or whatever. I don't know.
You watched Dragon Ball GT? Ouch.
I watched what was it called? I don't know. Some newer dub that was actually running on television for a while. More recently.
Oh. Yeah, it's coming back. I think Jetty and I talked about it in, like, the
the
previous
Dragon Ball
podcast
Kai
where-
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a half hour.
The one that, like, abridges all of the... Apparently, like, takes out all of the unnecessary length.
Oh, he's powering up.
Jetty, explain why Dragon Ball Z was so long and had so much filler.
Yeah, well, the deal is, they were making the show while the dude was making the manga. So, like,
I think I've heard this.
yeah, basically,
Did you leave this in the other podcast? I think you did.
I might have.
He did, but I'm making him explain it again.
Yeah, just like a Dragon Ball Z episode.
Oh, burn.
We're having a flashback of a flashback of a flashback.
It happened.
I remember this time that I remembered the time that I was remembering the time. No, but yeah, basically, in order to stretch it out to last until the next time that he made the next chapter of the manga, they, filled, like, tons of, he's powering up, and stretched stuff out forever, so that was the explanation.
So, I mean, what's the deal with manga? Do they only release, like, one episode, like, I don't know, is it like a comic book where it's like you've got a new issue every month or so and you have to wait for next month before you can get the next issue and find out what happened to Batman next?
I think it's unique to the piece of work. Like, there are some comics that come out weekly and there are some that come out monthly.
Yeah,
And
basically.
there are some that just come out whenever.
Yeah, like, there are some that, like, have taken years to produce because the guy is also going on and doing, like, other projects and stuff. And it's just like, hey, surprise, he's got another one that's about to be released. And it's like, oh, I haven't seen that in 8 years. So.
But apparently there are like 500 Dragon Ball Z games. I'm looking at the list here.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, there are a
Well,
lot.
maybe not 500, but let's actually get a list. I will copy-paste and tell you how many things are on this list.
Because they made a whole bunch of different fighting games that were all actually kind of the same.
Yeah.
And then they made sequels to all of those fighting games that were all kind of actually the same.
That's a fair point, yeah. But,
At least
I mean,
from my experience. I don't know. There could be a very original and unique Dragon Ball Z video game, but I have not seen it. Nor played. It would be weird if I had played it but not seen it. Like, played it with my eyes closed.
okay, so there are about 80 Dragon Ball Z games in existence.
Wow,
Yo, that's a lot.
How many Mario games are there?
quite a few.
We'll compare.
But no, I mean, there were NES games. I mean, just go back long... I don't think they were released in America.
Does that count then? I don't know if we count that sort of thing.
Oh no, do we?
Do we? Are we officially doing this, or are we just filling the time?
I think there's also
The
ones...
RPG series, yeah.
I think there's also...
No, I'm saying there's an RPG series. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think there's also a few that were released only in America and not in Japan.
That is highly possible.
So what is Tap Battle? Dragon Ball Tap Battle, not Dragon Ball Z Tap Battle. Released for the Android 2.3 Gingerbread.
Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That's the one I've played.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
I think actually a friend of mine had me play that game.
It's fun when you're playing against someone who also has no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, that was basically what happened. I was like, after about 5 minutes, I was like, this game is completely pointless.
But if you're playing against someone else who shares in that, it can actually be kind of a fun time. But if you play against a computer that actually knows what it's doing, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Guys, I can bring this back to GameCola, actually. I wrote a review for that game on GameCola.
Did you?
I think I remember that.
I included a clip of the game, a video clip of the game, which was basically, not of the game, but the Dragon Ball Z series making fun of it. And YouTube got mad because it was copyrighted material, and it caused a bunch of problems with the GameCola YouTube.
Oh well. Okay, no, I played the original, not the number 3.
There probably isn't that much
Yeah,
difference.
no,
I was just looking at the release
I played
dates.
Budokai Tenkaichi 2. This was for the this was... I don't know how to tell when a game was released on the old GameCola.
Oh, well. Well, it says U.S. release, November 2006.
No, but I mean, this article was written in July 2009.
Which article?
My review.
The one that you just sent here?
Yeah, the review.
Because, like, it says up at the top, U.S. release, November 2006.
That's when the game was released. That's not when the article was released.
Oh, I thought you were saying when was the game released, not the article. Yeah, like...
No, I was looking
That
for
means
when the
it was,
article
like,
was.
a Wii launch title, almost.
So it took me 3 years to get to writing a review of this game.
So that means that it must have come out with like within the first few months of what was the month that it said it came
November?
out? November?
It came out November 2006.
And when did the Wii come out? It came out in 2006, but when?
I know that it was November because, what's the Zelda game for the Wii?
Skyward
Twilight
Sword or
Princess?
Twilight? You're thinking Twilight Princess.
Yeah, Twilight Princess, that's what I mean. I mean, that was released in November for the Wii, but the GameCube version, aka the real version of the game, was released in December.
Only
Well, that was the
true
version of the
Zelda
game I
fans
pre-ordered.
play the actual Twilight Princess, which is obviously the GameCube version, which is far superior.
I feel like you guys are making fun of me.
I think we're making fun of
No,
Michael Gray.
I pre-ordered Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, because the game was in development for
On the
like
GameCube
5
or the
years.
Wii?
So
Oh, well, it had to been on the GameCube, huh?
it wasn't.
Stupid, sorry.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, guess what? The game's released, but we're releasing the GameCube version a month later because we want people to buy the Wii. And it made me really, really mad, so that's why I'm still complaining about it to this day, because I'm just a whiny
I didn't
baby.
play it until like 2010. I got the Wii one.
I didn't play until I think 2011, because I played it at a friend's house. Because I got Ocarina of Uka? How do you say it? I don't know.
Ocarina.
The Arena of Time. I got that, and I played, for the Wii Shop, and I got, to the first actual boss. I played through the first part with Young Link, and I was having a real good time. And I got to the first actual boss, and it was hard, and I stopped playing.
Wait, which boss is the actual boss? Ocarina of Time? You mean Goma?
No, the first actual boss.
Forest Temple boss?
Yeah.
That's like 6 hours into the game.
Yes, but the first thing is the pre-game. It's like a little mini version of the game. And then you get into the actual game where it starts being hard. I had no idea where I was in that Forest Temple.
Yeah, even I got messed up with Forest Temple, Master Quest. Well, Master Quest is ridiculous.
Because the walls that you can look at and the walls that you can climb are completely the same looking.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. The walls you can climb have vines all over them, dude.
I get confused. Everything was green or brown. I didn't know where I was.
You should have checked my video walkthrough for
No,
that
you
game.
should've.
I don't watch walkthroughs while I play. I only watch walkthroughs if I get hopelessly lost.
I remember that temple in particular with my video walkthrough. I don't remember any other one because... Yeah, here it is. The name of the video is My Favorite Temple is Shirley.
Oh yeah.
I get
I
it.
remember that, 'cause I used that for the N64 one. When I played on
Yeah.
the N64. Which I still have not beat, by the way. Because I'm a horrible shot with the bow, so I can't beat the shadow barrier because I can't shoot the torch. It's horrible.
Wait, which part of the game are you doing?
On the N64,
Oh, the shadow barrier.
the
Oh, yeah,
shadow
at the
barrier
very
in
end.
Ganon's castle, it sucks. I can't
Yeah,
do it.
that's not one you can use Din's Fire to cheat on.
No. I was so proud of myself, I got halfway across the room and then it died and I had to shoot it again. I used up all my arrows so I had to kill myself. It was not fun.
Well, see, that's the version I'm most familiar with because I grew up with the N64 version. So that's why, if/when we are having our Ocarina of Time, Uber challenge to see who's better at playing, you could
still
probably
totally
win because...
It's the same. Pretty much.
No, the controls are completely weird.
Oh, okay.
I
Controls
always
are
have
different.
problems with the with the 3DS controls in general for anything.
Master Quest is messed up. Like, Jabu Jabu, no. There were,
You had to shoot the cow.
have you played it? Or Master Quest?
I only went to Jabu Jabu and then stopped there.
Yeah, that was disturbing. There's, like, cows stuck in the walls.
Mm-hmm.
I am not kidding. And to
Yeah, I
get
know, and
through,
you had to
if
shoot
you
the
get
cow,
through the
that
room,
was-
you have to shoot the cows. It's horrible!
I've never played
I
this
felt-
game.
This is
Ready.
Are we talking about the same Zelda here?
Yeah! That's the sad part. This is terrifying.
I didn't happen to perchance run the part where there were cowls in the ceiling.
No, it's in Master Quest. It's in Master Quest. You're good.
Is that the mode that you play after you beat it?
Yes.
Yes, I certainly did not get that.
you could play Master Quest mode first. Nothing's
Yeah, no,
stopping you.
It doesn't really matter.
Wait, is it only on the 3DS one?
No?
Okay. Is it on the Wii Shop Channel one?
It was
I think
originally
so.
released, like I said, like GameCube, Zelda was taking forever, so in order to, prevent a riot, they released, it's like, here's GameCube, here's N64 Zelda on the same disc as a Master Quest, which is the same game with different dungeons.
Yeah, because I got that too, and I couldn't beat the first version of it, so I couldn't get the Master Quest.
This is a GameCube game, then.
Yeah, but they included it on the remake, the 3DS remake.
Okay.
Because I guess why not? I mean, it's just the palette swap. I don't know how to explain it. Every room is exactly the same, but different.
It was more of a challenge for me. I kind of liked it. Except for the
Yeah,
cows.
it was. But I mean, it's like, I was just disappointed that every single room in the dungeon is shaped the exact same way as it is in the real game.
Yeah,
It's like, that
that's true.
doesn't really count as a new dungeon, just because things are in different places. It's like, still, that's sort of like the same dungeon.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
It's an interesting idea?
video games?
I guess. But the Game Boy Advance was as powerful as the SNES, right?
Okay,
Because you could play SNES ports on it.
okay.
Yeah.
And now, the 3DS is more powerful than a Nintendo 64 because you can play Ocarina of Time with fancier graphics.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, what about Super Mario 64 DS?
Yeah, I have that too.
So the DS was more powerful than the Nintendo 64. So my question is, when we get to whatever comes after the 3DS, is it going to be as powerful as the GameCube? Or have we already gotten there?
No, that's my question. It's like, why is the 3DS not as powerful as the GameCube?
Is it?
Did
Is
Nintendo
it not?
just drop the ball?
Is it not as powerful as the GameCube?
Well, let's go to
Well, the
Wikipedia and look up
GameCube
the
was not in
stats.
3D.
Yay! Yeah.
Do the handheld stats, match do they directly correspond?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, what do you mean by more powerful?
It's the same game, but with better graphics. So, it's certainly
Yeah,
doing
but
that.
I mean, you could say that the game has higher maybe the system has a higher graphics capability, but maybe it has slower processors.
Yeah. Well, here, because it says the
Did you feel
GameCube.
like your Zelda was slower processed?
Well, here, the GameCube, it says, has a 486 megahertz processor, and the 3DS has a 1 gigahertz dual core. I'm pretty sure, there are differences in the coding and stuff, like whether the, instructions per minute or whatever really equal each other. There can be differences like that. Let's see, memory.
So here's my question, but I mean, this is in response to Joe's question, but with Ocarina of Time Master Quest on the GameCube, it was run on an emulator. Actually, they built an emulator into the game.
Okay.
So, I mean, that answers your question about whether it was slowed down. But, I mean, is Ocarina of Time 3DS, is that also run on an emulator?
I don't know. How should I know? Why are you
Or
asking
did
me?
they recreate it
I have no
from
idea.
bottom up?
I feel like they might have taken the original structure. Because I don't know if they just took the same game and put a fancier coat of paint on it and just threw
That's
it
exactly
in there.
what
or
they
what.
did.
I don't know if they
I'm pretty sure this
or if they sort of rebuilt it.
They made no changes to the game whatsoever. They just put a fancy coat of paint on it.
Well, yeah, but that's what the end result is, but did they make it that way? The same sort of thing? Or did they work, on the other side of the spectrum? Did they literally start from nothing and just work from the ground up to create this exact replica on the 3DS? I doubt that happened, but that's sort of
I highly doubt that.
That's the other end of the spectrum.
Has anyone here, I kind of don't imagine that anyone has, played Secret of Evermore?
More like Secret of Nevermore.
Oh.
Oh!
Because no one played it.
Nope, I have not.
Okay, because here's the thing. Secret of Evermore came out on the Super Nintendo a little while after Secret of Mana. Both of them are called Secret of something, and both of them kind of play exactly the same. Like, there's this ring-based menu options where the options sort of swirl around your character, and like, it's an action-based 2D RPG and all this stuff, except that Secret of Evermore was from the ground up built with completely new code by Square of America, whereas the other game was made by Square of Japan a couple years before completely independently. So even though the games really look very similar, ridiculously similar, and it's pretty clear that like Secret of Evermore took a lot of cues from the other game, the code apparently was entirely from the ground up, built from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe they just had sort of like similar correspondence, or like, I feel like it's more than just a coincidence. It's got to be more than just a coincidence, but not necessarily anything malicious.
like, are we talking about Secret of Evermore or the other one?
Either. I don't know. Whichever came second would probably be the one most likely to be guilty of copying.
Oh, well, Michael had started to go back to the Zelda game.
Sorry.
Well, no, I was saying with Zelda GameCube, they took the original programming from the N64 and just sort of reprogrammed it and stuff. So, I mean, the Zelda GameCube wasn't completely ground up. They took stuff from the previous entries, and I imagine the Zelda series has continued that tradition.
I'm sure nowadays nobody's at least like the big league starts completely from scratch anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, you hear games are made on, using the Unreal Engine or whatever. That kind of stuff happens quite often where they just use an existing engine that somebody else built. So no, especially games that are all made by the same company are probably using existing engines from other games or some sort of internal engine that's, cross-game or whatever.
Or like, they'll cut corners like with Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2. I'm pretty sure they just copied and pasted the physics.
Yeah.
From that. Because it's basically the same game.
No, very likely.
There's necessarily anything wrong with that. It's the same game, but it's more like just the game extended.
Yeah. With
just as much content.
Or
it's like they just made the same great game twice, and it was great both times.
Or Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have minor graphical upgrades in all the various Mega Man NES games.
Hold on.
There's a gradual progression. There's certainly from the first one.
Hold on. Where was it? What was...
The first one isn't very good.
I like the first one. It's got the most glaring flaws, though.
Yeah, okay, we can agree on that.
Like the ones that are most unique to it. Like you could say that several of the Mega Man games have lackluster weapons or lackluster music, but like the fidgety controls and the sort of strange way they go about difficulty is kind of unique to Mega Man 1. After Mega Man 2, they kind of hit their stride on all the problems that Mega Man 1 had, and the rest of the series would have different interspersed problems. Namely that stupid thing where Mega Man has butter on his shoes.
What?
That set me off.
No, that's because the ground is icy, That's
Not,
what happens when it's snowy. You just slide on the ground everywhere.
Okay, that's fine in Iceman stage, but in the castle stage, where they've got the one power-up on the tiny little platform, and I just tap the left button to go get it, and then I grab the power-up, and then I go hurtling off the edge, even though I wasn't pressing the left button anymore.
I think most games on the NES were like that, though.
But not the rest of them. Mega Man 2 still had it a little bit, but not nearly as bad, and then it was completely gone from Mega Man 3 to Mega Man 6.
Yeah, we'll see. I posted a thing in the chat where if you scroll down a bit, you will see Mega Man 4.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this.
Yes, it's a
Mega
favorite.
Man 4, Mega Man 5.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that joke, even though Mega Man 5 is my favorite.
And Jetty, that game there in the middle,
Which game?
Heavy Rain.
Oh,
Has
yeah.
anybody played Heavy Rain?
Glaring plot
I have
holes.
seen walkthrough of it, and I fell in love with it. I really want to play it.
Good, because that's a topic. That's a topic we have on our topic list.
Well, actually, the thing is that we've been recording for closing in on 2 hours.
Okay, never mind. That's not a topic. We're not going to talk about it. Forget. Everybody hates that stupid game. It's old.
Oh.
Yeah, let's move on.
Oh.
It's not my fault we've been recording for 2 hours.
But yes, but how much of that 2 hours is usable podcast material?
Well, that's the thing. It's going to be cut down to between an hour and 15 and an hour and 30.
Well, can't we just do the cool thing where we do a double-length podcast and then just not podcast next month?
Maybe?
Now I want to know what you're going to say about Heavy Rain.
Sure, okay,
Jetty?
fine. We can talk about Heavy Rain.
Yay!
Jetty, you're assuming that there is less than 30 minutes of this that has been on, that has not been off topic.
Yeah.
You know. Wait, did we even have a topic? What was our topic?
Video
Video
games.
games.
We had Dragon Ball Z
Oh.
and Zelda.
Not even like a specific topic. Just kidding.
We take anything that would get close to video games, otherwise we wouldn't have a podcast.
Okay, let's talk about Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain.
Yes.
Yeah, therefore Heavy
Quick.
Rain it is.
Quick.
Okay, what's the topic, Jetty?
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain.
About how it's just a video game that you play and it's like Space Ace, right? Is that what we were going to talk about?
Yeah, I thought like I emailed you didn't I email you like a whole paragraph on what to say and what it's like?
Did you?
I didn't, did I? It was just a Facebook chat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just like made a... Yeah, I think we talked about it a bit. We talked
Yeah.
about a couple video games on Facebook, but never...
Okay, well you're gonna have to go all the way back to that Facebook chat and look it up.
Well, we can't just talk about it?
'Cause I don't remember anything.
Well, no, you...
No, we need to have my actual quotation because I'm pretty sure I said something genius.
Hold on.
And then we talked about words with friends forever. Wait, does Facebook really keep every single conversation we've ever had?
Yes, and they used to
Yeah,
let
it does.
they used to let you search through it, and now they don't. So literally, if you have something that you want to see from like forever ago, you have to scroll through everything
God, I'm
you've
a new
ever
Facebook
said.
user.
Can't you, like, control F it?
No, they don't let you. Like, I mean, it doesn't load everything all at once, so you have to scroll up until you get far enough back. So like, you scroll up, then you wait 2 seconds, then you scroll up some more, and you wait 2 seconds, and you scroll up some more. Like,
Okay, so this was our conversation on March 10th. Okay, we talked about Made RPG.
yeah, I was looking at that. I'm going back and,
And then Space Ace.
yeah, Space Ace. It was, you ran the...
Okay, here's a quote from Alex Jedraszczak's Twitter. Back on the track on the flip side, no diggity.
Wait. Where is this? On Twitter?
No, this is not your Twitter, this is on your Facebook.
Okay, I was
but,
gonna-
I mean,
The Twitter.
Oh, you're way back there. Okay, I gotta scroll up more.
So about Space Ace, and then I bring it up. Space Ace, that was... Oh, this is great, Jetty. You know, we can recreate our Facebook text chat.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I can read yours. I saw it on YouTube, and I'm... How is this a game? Now you read...
That's the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read Alex's parts, and you read Michael's.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's the joke. Yes.
Modern gaming technology has finally caught up with the ability to, like, press left or right at a given time, and do something based on that. Like, as a joke, I brought my brother Space Ace for his birthday. It's a DVD video game, a game that you play on your DVD player using the DVD remote.
So the person actually inputs some stuff. Like, when the monster shows up on the left, you want to press right.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't press it, or if you press the wrong one, it shows you the bad ending video. And if you press the right one, it shows you the video for the next part. Yeah, it's not much of a game.
So I found the E3 game I was talking about. This was the first game that Sony showed off at E3. It'd think it has less gameplay than Space Ace. Does Space Ace tell you which buttons to push, or do you have to guess?
You have to guess.
That's way more difficult.
Yeah, I think it might give you the options, like up, left, or right. I can't remember, though.
I'm going to watch the Tomb Raider trailer. I think in that game's, quote, interactive cutscenes, unquote, they at least have a pop-up box which says things like, press A now. Or maybe that was the car racing game. It's been a while since E3.
Okay, so my question to Diana is,
I didn't say that,
how the
Michael.
gameplay in Heavy Rain is like?
I haven't actually played it because I don't have a PlayStation, or Xbox whatever PlayStation. But, pretty much, it tells you what to do. I watched someone playing it with the Move, so that was interesting. But I think with the Move it's a little bit more entertaining because you actually have to, like, do the actions that they're telling you on the screen, and that will, like, influence the story. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure book, video game style, I guess, kind of.
I think you said that, Michael.
I really liked it. I don't know why. I just really want to play it, so I'm looking into getting a PlayStation for that, and then for some other games.
Alright, so getting back to the chat conversation,
Yeah.
Jody says, weird. Like, that just seems so strange, that sort of gameplay. In a way, I guess it's kind of cool. Like, you're playing a movie, whoa! Which is kind of neat in a way. But, at the same time, I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me so much, I guess.
I prefer the, quote, alternate endings, unquote game, where it's more like a choose-your-own-adventure book.
Oh, there you go.
Like,
They are making a movie out of it, though. I read on somewhere.
How would they make a movie out of a video game that's basically a movie?
I don't know. I saw, it's on, IBN or whatever the movie website is. It's like 2014 or something. I'm like, I'm gonna see it.
IMDb.
I think it's funny. Yeah, that's what I meant. I think IGN and the other one combined in my mind. I'm sorry.
IMDb is the Internet Movie Database, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cause
Yeah.
my dad kept saying International Movie Database, and I'm like, no, it's Internet. Sorry.
Let's see who the preliminary cast for this movie is. I think this would be a great movie. Oh, they don't have a cast.
I don't know if there's too much
Never
information
mind.
on it yet. Yeah, there's not too much information on it yet.
There's no information on it whatsoever.
I think it was cool though, cause, if you watch, like, the behind the scenes stuff for the making of Heavy Rain or whatever, they base the characters on the voice actors, like what they actually look like. So, like, they show like a picture and then the voice actor next to it and they look like exactly the same. It's kind of creepy. I think it was showing off, like, the PlayStation at that time. They were going like, oh, we can make things look really realistic. Check this out. People who don't have a PlayStation, but you have to be having a PlayStation to watch this. So it's kind of pointless.
Well, it's like when they try to show off, like, the 3D TV on a commercial on your normal TV. Like, or high-def
Like
TV.
advertising for people who already have the product.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, what's his face? I follow him on Twitter who does, like, the Blackwell series. He, in his adventure games, he bases characters off of real people, but that's just, he says it's because he's not creative. He can't come up, it's like, he can only come up with like 3 different people, so he's like, it's so much easier just to take a picture of a real person and then make a character that looks like it. So, I mean, he has like contests, it's like, okay, if you win this contest, I'm gonna make a character based off you. And all the characters look like, you know, testers for the game and everything.
I think that's funny.
But I think Paul Franzen mentioned this with, Heavy Rain, where it comes across as a choose-your-own-adventure style, but if you replay it and take the other options, the game doesn't really change.
It kind of does. It depends. Like, not every action is gonna cause a change, but there'll be, like, critical ones that will cause people to die, or that will change the ending of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was actually talking about Walking Dead, wasn't he? Like, I remember him specifically complaining about that with Walking Dead.
Yeah, but I remember also, I think, Heavy Rain.
I think I remember that too.
He's joking that with Heavy Rain, the producers of the game don't want people to replay the game because then they see how linear it is.
Oh yeah, I remember that now, yeah.
Because they specifically said, don't replay the game.
Oh yeah, because the way that you play it was supposed to be the way that it was for you, or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I remember that now.
That sounds a little silly. Well, that might be it. It's been...
Might be it.
Well, we've got more of this conversation here. When you die, do you restart from the beginning? Because some of those cutscenes are long.
When you die, do you die in real life?
I think you do.
Die in the video game.
Yes, you die in real life.
Did we figure out where that's from?
No, I searched and literally the first entire page of Google is a bunch of Yahoo Answers things where people are like, in what movie if you die in the game, do you die in real life? I didn't click on any of them to see if there was actually a response. Maybe I should.
I'll look it up.
Would make sense.
Apparently there are two things. You die in real life and the game plays you.
Oh.
Whoa.
In Soviet Russia.
Yeah, that sounds like
That's kind of
Soviet
scary.
Russia.
Oh, it happened in Fairly Odd Parents. Well, I don't care if that happened in Fairly Odd Parents.
Stay Alive 2000 is a 2006 horror film. I'm pretty sure this is pre-existing to 2006 though.
I'm pretty sure it's just a staple of, hey, the characters are in a video game in this episode.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a general trope like we said earlier.
Or you have to beat the game in order to get out.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm checking TV tropes and it's saying that is a trope, but they don't have enough examples or the beginning example for you die in real life.
Oh, interesting.
They should have they have Fairly Odd Parents, don't they? That's just example
Yeah, like
enough.
I said, that's... Yeah, but I mean, there was a DuckTales episode where that happened as well, but it wasn't a video game, they were inside the internet. They were in... They actually, because the internet is a series of tubes, they were actually inside tubes in the phone lines. Because this was in the 1980s, and that's what internet is like in the 1980s.
I want to go watch old cartoons where people go into the internet and see what people used to think the internet was like.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, even if you watch the Fairly Odd Parents internet episode, it's funny because it's old at this point.
I'm just thinking of the game Shadowrun, if any of you played it for the Super Nintendo. Apparently there's also a tabletop RPG,
Okay, Jetty, I think I found it. Okay, so, we will accept this as the real answer. Are You Afraid of the Dark had an episode called The Tale of the Forever Game.
Okay, oh, is it the one where he's in the mall and he has to go get all the stuff and then it ends with the pinball rolling down on him?
I don't know, I've never seen that episode. Actually, I've never really seen Are You Afraid of the Dark because it's scary.
Hey, well no, cause see...
Let's say that episode made up the trope. We'll say that's the first time anybody ever did. When you die in the game, you die in real life. Okay, so after a boy mistreats his friends and family and steps into an ancient creaking tree, he learns that he must play a game against a strange beast that will put his sister and friend in serious jeopardy if he loses.
Oh, no, I don't remember this one.
Starring Kyle Downs as
Serious
Nathaniel.
Jeopardy, where you must answer in the form of a question.
Bum, bum, bum.
No,
So there's a pinball one. I mean, they've got a list of every Are You Afraid the Dark episode.
I remember there being a game where,
Here it is. The Tale of the Pinball Wizard. A mischievous kid who is obsessed with pinball finds himself trapped in a mall at closing time and the protagonist of a real-life pinball game.
Yeah. And
Pinball games have protagonists?
there are pinball games with stories.
Are there?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. Different little characters will pop up and stuff. Have you ever seen, The Simpsons pinball game or any of that?
No.
It's not really...
Is it like a pinball, or is it like a video game representing a pinball machine?
No, it's an actual pinball machine.
It's an actual pinball machine.
And, there is kind of a story, and, stuff flashes up on the board that's oh, you got the crown, or whatever, in this example, not the Simpsons one. In the Simpsons one, it would be oh no, something happened to Marge, or here comes Police Chief Wiggum or something. And, you have to hit little certain areas of it to continue on. I don't know. And then other sections will open up. I don't really know how to explain pinball.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just never come across it.
Yeah. There isn't, a story you would get in, an RPG or a modern game or whatever. But there is sort of first you have to do this and you have to hit that part and then you have to get this number of points and then hit that part.
Yeah, I've played pinball machines, games.
Yeah.
Systems that do that, but they just never incorporated a story into why. It was just sort of this is the part that's flashing now, so you should hit that one.
Yeah.
Anyone ever play the 3D pinball on, your computer?
Yeah, the Sierra pinball. I like the one with the Halloween edition one.
I played the one that was like space.
Oh yeah,
it was like
that.
with your solitaire and Minesweeper.
Ooh, the one with dinosaurs wasn't very good.
Why was this space one like the one that came up? That was the only one I ever came across. It would just come on certain computers. Like it was only like the space themed one.
I still have the CD for that. Actually, I keep meaning to load it on my computer so I can play it again.
Why would it be like preloaded on certain computers?
I don't know, why wouldn't it? Hold on, I'm gonna load up pinball. Oh, 3D pinball.
Yeah, 3D.
But it's going... Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah, 3D pinball Space Cadet.
Yeah.
I'm playing it right now. How do I play? What buttons do I push?
I think was it Z and X? Or
I
no,
think
it was
so.
no, it's like Z on one side and then like M.
It's like
on the
M
other
or
side.
something.
Oh, no, it's not doing anything.
Space,
I'm losing, guys. Thanks.
I think it's like Z.
You click the mouse buttons left and right.
Really?
No.
No, it's not.
No, okay,
that
sorry.
wasn't my edition of the game. No.
Apparently I did something to cause the game to tilt. Okay,
Oh, you
it's
pressed
Z,
X.
it's Z and the slash. So yeah, it's literally like...
You should be able to go up to the top and like change the options.
Hold on, and oh, there we go. Okay, now I'm playing the game. Playing the game while I'm on the podcast. I'm Michael Gray. Playing the game on the podcast.
That's okay.
Quick, everybody get a game and play it on the podcast. I've got my Fire Emblem.
I'm trying to do this heavy rain 4-day challenge thing.
That's
I'm
it.
not...
Temple Run going right now.
There we go. Whoops. Oh, man.
Okay, so apparently, Mary Poppins, they jump inside the portrait in Mary Poppins, so if you die inside the portrait, you die in real life.
Okay.
The chalk paintings.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna say that maybe invented the trope, not Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Well, I can imagine that, like, the concept of, you entering a story or a play or a picture or something goes back before Mary Poppins. I don't know.
Oh. Let's see if you can find the trope for that is called Trapped in TV Land.
Okay.
But that seems to be based on, say, TV rather than, stories.
Well, yeah, but, I don't know, they have tropes that are named for something recent, but have actually been around for much longer. That one, they cheated me out of that one. Oh boy, sorry. I get to put my name, it's gonna be Player 1. I got a score of 200,000, or 201,000 points. I won. Come on, let's play again.
Oh, wait, that's apparently the storyline of Doki Doki Panic, which was Super Mario Bros. 2.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
The storyline is that two kids are trapped inside a storybook, and they need to defeat King Wart in order to escape. So which is why in Super Mario Bros. 2, it's Mario's trapped inside his own dream.
But then doesn't it turn out like they tried to keep it so it was like an actual thing, like he had just been in the dream world, but like it was a thing that actually happened?
See, Paul, when we did the video walkthrough for Super Mario Bros. 2, Paul brought this up, and basically the Shy Guys, those are characters you see in a lot of Mario games, they were introduced in Super Mario Bros. 2, the American version.
Yeah.
So Nintendo's excuse is that, say, he saw the Shy Guys at an airport or whatever, and so, they were in his dream because of that. Does that make any sense?
Not really.
Sure it does. They wanted to explain it.
They weren't invented in Mario's dream. They were in his dream because they already existed.
It sounds kind of dumb.
Well, I mean, how else are we going to explain they exist in real life? It's because Mario had a dream and then somehow his dream came true?
That makes way more sense.
That's how dreams
does
work.
Make more sense. But Paul's joke was that Wart was probably just somebody Mario saw at the airport, and he just thought he was a bad guy, and so that's why Mario had the dream about Wart stealing people and killing whatever it is he killed. Turnips, right? I haven't played that game in a while. Oh, I just died.
Yeah,
So are we done with this podcast?
I think we're...
Sorry, I was distracted playing.
Yeah, no, I'm getting distracted now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm distracted playing this pinball game that came pre-installed on my computer.
You learn new things every day.
We still didn't learn why it came pre-installed on my computer, though.
Good point.
I don't know, because this is a perfectly legally acquired version of Windows XP.
Oh, wait a minute. What's that Tron movie?
Yeah.
Has anybody seen that?
No.
I saw the original. I haven't
When
seen
you
the
die
second
in,
one.
is there a game in that where if you die in that game, you die in real life?
I think the implication was that if you died while you were in there, you died in... Yeah, in Legacy, if you die in there, you die in real life.
Okay, so let's say that made up the trope. Tron, 1982.
I don't know if they did it
I
in
know
1982.
I know they totally stole that from Mary Poppins, but...
Yes, that's definitely their inspiration. They were watching Mary Poppins and they said, I could see this as a video game.
There probably is a Mary Poppins video game out there somewhere.
Oh yeah, well definitely.
What do you mean? Let's check this out. Mary Poppins video game.
.com.
That was another question. Another topic I thought I was going to bring up, wasn't it?
Or MaryPoppins.com?
No, I mean, video games when they're made late, because, the Princess Bride video game was made 25 years after The Princess Bride came out. So are licensed games better when they come out after, the movie? Because usually they have to rush the game's production to make it come out.
Long after the movie, not after the movie in general, because the games that come out before the movie probably aren't very good.
Yeah, but I'm saying usually what happens, with the Harry Potter, they rush the production of the game so it comes out at the exact same time as the movie.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering...
But if they had more time to spend making the game, would it be a better game instead of just being rushed to meet the release schedule?
Yeah, that's my question, but I don't know if there are any examples.
I don't know. You expect me to play video games? What is this, Video Game Cola?
Well, I mean, aren't there any licensed games which came out after the license? I don't know. Mickey Mouse.
Okay, I'm done with that. Sorry, I'm done with the pinball game. I got 2,444,000 points.
A lot.
Can't figure out this heavy rain
pretty
thing.
good.
Significant number.
So is there actual rain and heavy rain?
Okay.
Why is it
Go
called
with the
heavy
plot,
rain?
Yeah, is it really that heavy?
Because when I first heard about the game, I made fun of it. It's that's the stupidest title for a game ever. It's a game about the weather.
Have you heard about Mario Kart 7?
What?
That's a silly name.
Silly name
Is this
for
a
a
game?
game.
How is that a bad name for the game? It's the 7th game in the Mario Kart series. It seems like a perfectly logical
But you
title.
can't do that if you didn't number the other ones.
Oh, that's why we can't do that?
Oh.
Yes, you can't call something 7 if there hasn't been a 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1.
I don't know.
There was
I
a
mean,
64.
This was a question for Space Quest, because they had Space Quest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those were in Roman numerals, but Space Quest 6 was just 6 in the Arabic form, and so Space Quest 7 was going to be Space Quest 7, the return to Roman numerals.
Oh, that's funny.
That was a projected title for the game, but I mean, it's that could have worked, right?
Yeah.
Could've. But see, they were acknowledging that. They just threw Mario Kart 7 at us.
Okay, so wait, do you know the plot of Heavy Rain, Michael?
No.
Okay, well go look it up, because it'll make sense.
Well, tell me what it is. Does it have to deal with rain?
Yeah. It's about, the
Love
game
it
is
when
about a
it
serial
rains.
killer.
That doesn't have anything to do with rain.
That's not
What?
it, Michael. It's about a serial killer who is killing children by drowning them in a well with rain.
Wait. Okay, so let me get this straight. He puts children in a well while it's raining.
Yes.
And that drowns them.
Yep.
Do these children not know how to swim?
Duh.
I don't know. But
What does
they
he
die.
do when it's not raining?
He doesn't kidnap children.
Oh, okay, so he kidnaps people based off the weather patterns.
Yep, pretty much.
So it's a game based off weather.
Yes, but the rain is important. Don't make fun of it. It's a really good game. I really want to play it.
So you perform a series of QuickTime events. This is not like Apple QuickTime, is it? No, it's QuickTime gameplay. When the buttons appear on the screen and you have to press the button when they show up because the button's on the screen for like a second.
Yeah, which is why I think it's more fun. Well, not more fun, but more interesting if you'll play it with the Move, because you actually have to make motions with the Move controller.
Like, he opens an umbrella so he doesn't get rained on?
God. You need to watch some gameplay videos or something, Michael. It's so much more than that. It's really good.
I would love to watch this movie. I'm just questioning the fact that it's a game.
I'm beating my head against my bed right now. It's really good.
And of course, I can't complain because I'm playing like 10-10-10, so
Yeah.
I mean, that's
there.
nothing.
Well, that has puzzles in it.
It does have puzzles, adventure game puzzles.
I think it was just a really interesting concept for a game. And yeah, it is like a movie at some
not
point.
have gameplay? This is why we don't get fan mail.
Yeah.
I just make fun of anybody who sends in fan mail or, professes an opinion. Oh, there are 4 playable characters. That's pretty... Wait a minute. Do they really count as playable characters in, like, a quick-time event game, though? I guess they do.
Because you play as them. Therefore, they are playable characters. Hence the name.
So are you done with this
I think we're
podcast?
done. Michael and I can argue about Heavy Rain at another time.
Yes. Okay. It was a fun podcast.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's not done yet.
Well, okay, so they were originally going to call Heavy Rain the Origami Killer. That is a much better title.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I think that would be a better title.
So wait. What does origami have to do with killing if he drowns them?
He puts...
In this
It's
podcast,
like an origami swan next to each well? Is that it?
Well, it's not a swan.
It's a crane! It's a crane! Darn you!
I think, yeah, he puts it next to his victims.
But
I
they
don't know.
drowned. I mean, isn't there a lot of water around when people drown? Just saying, paper doesn't do so well in water. I think that would destroy the
Dumps the
origami.
bodies in the second location.
So he drowns
After
them
he
and then
drowns them.
moves the body. How does he get the body out of the well?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Christian's thing seems to be pretty accurate, where he called it glaring plot holes.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Just like listening to you guys argue, it sounds like.
I haven't watched the gameplay in a while. Apparently, I'm gonna have to go do that again, and then I will tell you.
Well, no, and then next podcast we can argue about the plot holes in Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
No, because I agree with most of your plot holes.
Oh.
We can't argue about that.
Well, no, but there was a podcast where I tried to get people to talk about Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, but I think only Zach Ridge had played it. Well, and Michael Ridgway.
I remember listening to that one. I was like, I could have been so helpful. I think we should save it for another podcast.
Yeah.
Because this is going to take like hours.
You guys. Yes, okay, next podcast, both of you. It'll be the showdown.
The GameCola debate cast.
Gray versus Gray.
Oh no.
See, and we can start off with, hi, I'm Michael Gray, and I'm Diana Gray. No relation.
We tried that last time and my mic cut up for the no part.
Yeah, now it's just awkward.
Yikes.
Way to go, Jetty.
So anyway, okay, this podcast is done. Thank you, everyone. Oh, wait. We're supposed to do housekeeping.
Oh yeah.
So this was a GameCola podcast from GameCola.net. Go visit our actual internet website. Go visit us on YouTube, gc.net with the word dot and the word net. Rate us highly on iTunes. Search for GameCola. Search for us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter where we're at GameCola. And thank you for listening to our great listeners. Thank you everyone who came and attended and was on the podcast. Joseph Martin, Michael Gray, and Diana Gray. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
And we do appreciate
The end.
you.
Okay, bye, everybody.
The end.
Bye.
So is our Twitter really at GameCola, or is it just GameCola, and you follow it at GameCola?
This podcast is over. Bye.
I don't know how Twitter works.